we're trying to understand in a deep way. I don't mean like deep, like getting into some weird esoteric. We want to, in the depth of understanding, we want to have a solidly deep understanding of everything that the Father wants us to understand. And when he puts what he puts into the Word, he often puts it in various places. He doesn't put it necessarily all in just one place. And we could do what I've done in the past, and we will in other teachings when it's appropriate, jump all over the place to make a point, okay? So we've done that a lot, because out of abundance of the Scripture, we get to see what he defines the different terms with, and so how he understands things. But other times, I think it's really beneficial to slow down, which is why we end up with 25 or 30 or 40 parts of these things, and understand each verse in clarity. We have to understand, not in a prejudiced way, not in some sort of us versus them way, but there is at the moment two groups of people on the planet. Those who he's chosen at this time, not chosen instead of everybody else or uniquely, but for this time frame. Remember, his goal would be, as he said, that the desire of the Father is, if possible, all would be saved. So we're not better or special because he's called or chosen us at a given moment. Others should be able to see you during COVID and all this other stuff that were going on and wonder, why aren't you all freaked out and panicky? Problem is because some of you are still freaked out and panicky. So they can't see that to say that. Why do you seem to be okay and have shalom and peace? Well, they won't say shalom, but just say, why do you have peace? Why do you seem calm? Why aren't you all stressed? Why aren't you all panicking about all this stuff? Well, because I have a relationship with my Creator, with my Messiah. And through that relationship, I have peace. I don't have fear. I only fear Elohim. I don't fear anything else. And then they might look at you and say, I like that idea. How do I get that? You guys remember the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie? I know, I come up with weird analogies. Somebody said the other day, I didn't make a movie reference or a song reference. You'll probably get both today, okay? Do you remember at the end of the movie, there were a few people that weren't switched over, and those that were could tell and notice and go, it's one of them, right? That somehow they were different? We're different. Your friends who knew you your whole life know you're different now. Your family looks at you, knows something's different now. You've changed. And you look and act, and they know there's something about you that they know you're different. Different makes people uncomfortable. If you were of the below or the world, the flesh, the earthly, would love its own. You had friends that used to love you very nicely, and family members that loved you very nicely, and now all of a sudden they treat you like an enemy. Did they change? No, you did. You're not of them anymore. You're with them, but you're not of them. And they sense that. You've changed. They don't appreciate at this point yet that it's a good change. That's a positive change. But you are different. To match up with him, you have to transform from a person of the below, of the world, of the flesh, from the earthly into the heavenly, the above, the spiritual. There's a transformation. And it's not a transformation like, the caterpillar that goes into the cocoon and just comes out a butterfly, because the butterfly is never going to turn around and become a caterpillar again. You're trying to become Yeshua-like, but you can be very you-like anytime you want. I didn't say gifts of the Spirit, I said fruit of the Spirit. See, that's been confused to you too, with the way the church told you, that somehow this idea of gifts of the Spirit has anything to do with fruit of the Spirit. It has none to do with that. Everybody, well, let me rephrase that. No matter what you read about gifts of the Spirit, it never says that everybody gets them. Okay? Not everybody does this, not everybody does that. Paul explains. Guess what? But everybody gets the fruit of the Spirit if you're going to transform it to Yeshua. That's an everybody thing. This is the relational thing he wants us to understand. He wants us to get this love thing connected to Torah observant thing, related to how the flow feeds us from the gardener tending the garden, with the vine being the source of all of our nourishment, and we are branches feeding off of that vine with the role of bearing fruit. It's a love relationship. He loves us enough to tell us what we need to know, how to treat each other and how to treat him. When he says, the kingdom of Elohim is at hand, because people say, well, the kingdom started then. What did he really mean? Could it be that he was saying, there's a little bit of the above that's now here? That I brought the kingdom, I brought a little bit of the above here, and I'm sparking that in you, and you're going to go spark that in a few others? Not the way that Christianity taught you all that, or mostly even the Messianics teach you all that. The kingdom of Elohim is at hand. Yes, because I represent all the kingdom, is what he's saying. Yeshua said, I represent the kingdom. I am the ambassador of the kingdom, and I'm here to start the regathering of the peoples, bring them into covenant, so that the above starts to grow here in the below. I'm going to take this deeper. Verse 2, you know what he's doing? And he explains that in verse 17 when we start, verse 17, where it talks about him coming into you and what the Spirit is and everything else. He's preparing you as a place. Do you not know that you are the dwelling place of the Ruach? Is that what John tells us in Corinthians? Do you not know that you are the dwelling place? He's going so that he says, if I don't go, then I can't give you the help that I need to give you, because I'm going to do that through the Ruach, through my indwelling you. So for you to get prepared, you need the help I'm going to give you.